big race days like this, there's probably 70 or 80 people down here wanting to have a peek at the great mare, and she'll even be greater if later this afternoon she adds the Group 1 Doncaster to the trophy cabinet.
So we get to the absolute crown and the jewel on the first day of the championships, and it's the Doncaster Mile and the people's horse, and that's what she is at the moment, Winks. She's won 6 out of 6 this season. She's going for her 9th consecutive win. She's the Australian champion.
We dream all our life to have horses like Winks. I think we've got to remember when we have got them, enjoy it without getting too worked up.
We seem to have settled on $1.80 now here for Winks. It's a record hold for us. We haven't held this much on a horse before.
It's only been 2 4-year-old mares since World War II to win it. The last was Private Steer with 53 kilos. She's got 56 and a half.
So here we go. Darren Flindell for the prize of them all, the Star Doncaster Mile on the first day of the championships. Winks carrying a nation on her back.
Here we go. Stand by. Racing in the Doncaster, and Bow Creek missed the start. Now Winks is well back in the field as they settle down to the first turn. Winks is back, 4th last past the 800 metres. From Rudy, he or she. At last of all is Ascadelia. And Bowman's riding for luck on Winks, looking to slice his way right through the centre of the field, around the turn. And Vergara's gone for home, 6 lengths clear from Stratum Star in second. Winks has bottled up. Bowman goes back to the inside. She's got daylight now. Winding up on the outside is Happy Clapper and Good Project. Vergara in front, but here she comes, Winks. Happy Clapper tries, so does Ascadelia. But Winks has drawn clear in the Doncaster. He's 9 in a row. She breaks all the records today. She's a champion, Winks. She wins it by 2 lengths to Happy Clapper.
I just had the supreme horse to be able to just navigate a path, and wasn't she unbelievable?
That's all about Winks, Waller and Bowman. Something to savour. And to think, Lizzie, there were 23 more consecutive wins, 3 more Cox Plates and 3 more Queen Elizabeths. And we were revering you at that stage, weren't we?
Yeah, I always remember coming to the races and thinking to myself, she won't get beaten. And that's a real sign of a champion, because you know that she is just the absolute elite of her powers. It was that sustained speed that always really was the best about her in the end. She was able to have a long sustained run from anywhere in a race, and that's what won her all of those 33 wins.
Well, no Winks today, but we've got a star-studded lineup. There are 20 individual Group 1 winners racing here today, including 11 of them in the Doncaster today, in the Doncaster Mile. An incredible array. So there's a Gotcha there, and then Nature Strip, of course, who is the star attraction of today, isn't he?
Well, $20 million in prize money is racing in the TJ Smith Stakes, and that is because of such the riches that the Everest has been able to do. And when you look about the stars that we're just looking at, look at this star Group 1 lineup of jockeys. Zach Purton was the one that I ended up with. He's on Mr. Brightside in the Doncaster. He rides Giga Kick, who we couldn't ignore that first up performance. Empire of Japan, I'm starting to lean towards him now that we've got these wet conditions. And Andalus as well, we know how well the Kiwis are in the wet, and he was a real eye-catcher for me in the New Zealand Derby.
Absolutely, he certainly was. Joe Moreira today, we've already seen him have a win today, so we know that Fangirl may just struggle in the ground, do you think?
I do. I think Fangirl probably, the barrier was against her. I know that horses can win from wide barriers in the Doncaster, but the fact the track is definitely not in her favour. Cesaro, obviously, in the Australian Derby, and then when you look at some of his other rides that he's been able to accomplish on Empire of Japan, he certainly looks as though he's got a great chance for Zach Purton.
He does, and Zach's got Giga Kick and Mr. Brightside, who we'll talk about in a moment as well. So those two horses obviously are so much in the market. Nature Strip, very different for Chris. He's always come via the challenge into this race. He's held him back since the Lightning. He's done something very different.
He has, yeah. He hasn't been seen since he ran in the Lightning, and we're looking at him here having a gallop on Thursday. He looked to work really nicely. Not only that, I saw him racecourse gallop as well on the Kensington meeting on the Wednesday, and I thought he looked in great order. Again, I think he's in in great shape. There's nothing negative about his physical appearance. It's just a case of whether he gets into the race pressure, whether he isn't running up to his optimum.
So an old boy with fresh legs, but a young boy with fresh legs is a Giga Kick, because he too goes into the race with just one run under his belt.
Yeah, wow, this horse is just absolutely low flying, isn't he? That last start performance, the way that he changed gear off a strong tempo, he just looks as though he's absolutely cooking with gas. He looks like a stallion there. He's a gelding. He's not a bull, he's a gelding. So he's really up and about, he's fresh. He does have the fresh legs. And the thing that I've noticed about him, Bruce, is he's just got stronger and more physically powerful. And mentally, I think he's really ready for this task today.
Be so hard to beat. Well done. Arts, pick of the yard. That was good stuff.
Thanks, Bruce.
That is really good.